The Jimmy Z Show.
I want to talk about the gas prices here in California. I'm sure many people are hearing about this, and I want to give you an overview so you can kind of understand the main reason why these gas prices are going up 40 cents. And some gas stations are actually shutting down because they can't get gas. I'm going to play a piece of audio from Bill Handel this morning, and he answers some of those questions. But let me say the two main reasons why this is happening. One, there was a refinery in Torrance, California, which is between me down in Orange County and Los Angeles, which is north of Torrance. And they had some kind of power failure. Who knows why? That was a number of days ago, and they're back online now. Second, I think it was about a month ago that there was an explosion and fire in a huge refinery outside of Oakland, California. That refinery is still out of commission, still not producing gasoline. Third, California is the only state in the union that has summer fuel and winter fuel. Every 6 months, the type of gasoline we put in our cars changes. And doing that is based purely on environmental nonsense. Every 6 months, change the type of gasoline that gas stations sell. Oh, that sounds efficient. So, because of these refineries going down, the oil companies are running out of summer fuel. Now, California law requires that we change to winter fuel on October 31st. So you're not going to find a lot of oil companies producing summer fuel because there are only 3.5 weeks before we make the change to winter fuel. So we have independent gasoline stations like small mom and pop shops and even Costco gas stations that get their gasoline on an independent basis, and they are unable to get gasoline in the same way that gas stations are able to get gasoline from big oil companies when they have a contract with Chevron or Exxon or whoever. So while all this is going on, and before we make the switch to winter fuel, some of these smaller gas stations are left out unless they want to pay $5, $5.25, $5.50 a gallon for gasoline. The first I heard of this was when Jonathan from Freedom Torch sent me a Bloomberg article talking about how independent gas stations were shutting down as oil refiners ration supplies. A very interesting article. That's in the show notes. And we'll go ahead and start up the show here. When we come back, I will play for you Bill Handel talking about the rising gas prices in California. Jeez. I'm probably buying gas tomorrow or Sunday. And so the gas prices are either going to be higher than they are today, or they might drop down a few cents because they don't expect this to last very long. But really, a lot of this is due to environmental Nazism here in the state of California. And one thing that the governor could do, Governor Jerry Brown, is sign an executive order. This is what I would do if I was Governor Jimmy Z. I would sign an executive order moving the date that we change over to winter fuel to October 6th, tomorrow. Or maybe we got to do it on a business day. Fine. Monday, October 8th. The point is, why doesn't the governor protect the citizens of California? October 31st is no magic date. As if there is something in the environment that changes on October 31st, which requires a different formula for gasoline. Please. Okay, I want to talk about something energy related while I'm thinking about it because I don't want to forget this. A lot of people, especially those on the left, are talking about oil company subsidies, and why would the taxpayers keep giving these oil exploration subsidies to the oil companies when they are having record profits? Well, I think at this point, the oil companies probably, well, I won't say probably, they might not need these oil company subsidies anymore. But with gas prices somewhere around $4 a gallon, now is not the time to take back these subsidies for oil companies. What you'd end up with is higher prices at the gas pump, somewhere around 25 to 40 cents a gallon. So what we do is we enact an oil policy in America that allows the Keystone Pipeline to be built, and we're taking oil then from Canada, and you increase the amount of drilling that goes on. Americans drill our own oil. We've got plenty of oil in Alaska and in the central Northwest. And through a reasonable and logical oil policy here in America, we become oil and energy independent. We tell the Middle East to go pound sand. We don't need your oil. And when the price of gasoline comes down to $2.25, $2, $1.75 a gallon, yes, I think that's possible. Then we talk about reducing the subsidies to oil companies over a period of time. I've heard the figure for these oil subsidies is somewhere around $4 billion a year. Let's say you reduce the oil subsidy from $4 billion to zero over 5 years. Well, the price of gasoline may come up, but it's not going to be 25, 30, 35, 40 cents a gallon overnight. It's going to be that increase spread over 4 or 5 years. So the American people are really not going to notice it, and I can't think that over that period of time the oil companies would have much to complain about either. If it was President Jimmy Z, I would bring the top oil company executives to the White House, and we'd make out a plan fully acknowledging that when the oil company subsidies go away, the price of gasoline goes up because corporations do not pay any kind of federal income tax. Taxes on corporations are considered to be expenses by the corporation, and corporations always pass that expense on to the customers through higher prices. So we have a meeting and then hold a press conference to announce this plan to the American people and the media. And that's it. It's that simple. But we don't do anything with oil company subsidies until the price of gasoline comes down. You cannot do it now with the price of gasoline so high, but that's exactly what Barack Obama wants to do. Because Obama wants gasoline prices to be as high as possible. Because Obama does not want you driving. He wants Americans to drive less and pollute less because of global warming.
The Jimmy Z Show.
For the latest news exposing the left, go to CalgaryNation.com.